It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video by Maury. Nickelodeon destroys another life. Let's get into it and see what bro talking about. Come on.
Did you play on Disney Channel?
Nickelodeon.
Oh, it doesn't Nickelodeon. What show is it again?
What is?
Classified schools about.
Oh yeah, you were that kid on it, huh? Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I remember you. Yeah.
What? 36? Damn.
Man, I just gotta say, this is just incredibly sad that the entertainment industry will literally collect kids, use them up, exploit them for views, clicks, money, and just spit them out. And Tyler Chase, he was on Ned's Declassified.
I remember bro too. I wasn't the craziest fan of the show. Like if I seen it on, I'll watch it, but I definitely remember bro character. Like that's crazy.
School survival guide that a lot of us, older Gen Zers or younger millennials watched growing up on Nickelodeon. And I believe they did reruns on other networks as well. But it's just incredibly sad to see how disheveled and clearly homeless he looks. Like he needs rehabilitation. He looks sad in the eyes, man. I'm not gonna lie. And just to jog some of your memories, here's an image of him from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. He was, I believe, what was his name? Yeah, his name was Martin on the show with Ned.
That's crazy, bro. It shows you, man, like you gotta have people around you that have your best interests at heart. Now I don't know what other stuff might have happened from, because you say you're like 36 now, so I don't know what stuff might have happened between then and now, but it's crazy how you can have a promising start and then like stuff just happens and then you just end up at a certain point in your life and then boom, you encounter someone. Like that's crazy. Someone noticed him while he's in this state of his life. You'll hope that someone noticed him while he's in a better and improved stage of his life also. That's what you could hope for.
And for Coconut Head, who else? Simon. As you can see here, here's Chase right here, or Martin on the show, his character next to Simon, Ned, Coconut Head right here. And I mean, it's just sad to see, how production studios like a Nickelodeon, they create shows. And I'm sure Nickelodeon at this point in time, everybody realized they've been exposed with the perversion they've had in their studios on set with a lot of these minors at the time.
Now looking back on some of the clips, I'm like, that's damn, like really?
Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check this out.
What? Nah.
Like,
they was freaked
it's
out.
Obvious the head of Nickelodeon.
That's crazy. You don't even notice it as a kid. But when you watch it now, you like, yo, these niggas are weird. Like, there was actually adults writing these scripts for minors. That's crazy.
Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider at the time had a foot fetish.
What?
And I'm not entirely sure how old Ariana was during the filming of this. I'm gonna assume in high school. But the fact that this man clearly had a foot.
That nigga hella weird. He had her licking her toes on cam. And then he tried to throw it in there. Oh, that nigga mania. I forgot all about that. I heard of the Dan Schneider shit, but I never put a face to his name. That's crazy.
Fetish. Mind you, the old logo of Nickelodeon, which has since been changed, used to be a literal foot, bro.
Nah.
A literal foot. Like, look at this. I mean, hiding your kinks and your fetishes in plain sight and making your likely underaged minor actors on set do shit like this is crazy. And now we can see one of the former child.
She don't even know that was like his fetish out there. He was just throwing that shit in there. That nigga hella weird.
Actors who was likely getting paid very handsomely at the time turning out to be like this on the streets is very sad. I'm not gonna lie. They used, they abused, they exploited. I'm pretty sure, actually, I take that back, the contracts were probably shitty. Maybe some of the actors had really good negotiations depending on their role on set, but maybe side characters like Martin Cordy, which was his name in the show, didn't get as good of a deal as the other actors. Or maybe he did. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Because he was a part of the show, but we all know who were the main stars or the main people of the show, so he probably got him a contract, but it probably wasn't as good as everyone else's. And he also got to factor in the adults in his life, or did they go through a lawyer, did they hire a decent lawyer, a contract lawyer, all type of stuff. So it's crazy. So much stuff could go wrong in that industry just off of not being knowledgeable on negotiation and little stuff like that.
Fact that child actors from Disney, Nickelodeon, and other platforms keep on ending up later in life like this, disheveled, homeless, on drugs, abused, traumatized, speaks volumes.
Poetry?
Yeah, the one on Nick, right? Nickelodeon?
Yes.
Damn.
What was your name? What's your name?
Tyler?
Tyler?
Curtis Mendez. Also Tyler Chase for Poetry of Hollywood. Actors, so the kids of Nickelodeon. Tyler Chase, one of the...
Damn, bro, how'd you get... Why are you in the streets like this? Why are you in the streets like this?
Chase Bank.
Oh, damn. Hey, you know what?
Chase
I got
Bank.
some cash for you, bro.
I went
I got some cash for you.
here in California.
Here, look.
Chase Bank.
May I give you this gift?
No, don't worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Bro, I think,
Damn.
man, something needs to happen, bro. How much money did Nickelodeon make from Ned's Declass? It has to be
He said Chase Bank, right? On my tripping. What did they do to bro?
tens of millions, right? Why is there no type of fund for actors, former child stars like this, you know, who fall on to hard times, whose money was mismanaged, likely by, you know, either guardians, parents?
It's easier to, you know, that's the thing, right? There's always gonna be a new batch of children who want to act or who parents want to force their kids to act. You know, it's like once you hit a certain age, there's certain roles. Plus, it all just depends on how you look. You start there's certain roles you can play, you can't play if you still look like a kid, but you're also like an adult. It's a lot of weird stuff that be going on behind the scenes, as we know, because America has a problem when it comes to protecting children and stuff like that. So it's crazy.
Right? Who never really had anything outside of the show that they were participating in. And obviously, I'm not going to take, you know, accountability from the person. You know, he's a grown man at this point in time, but it just, again, it's obvious to me that these kids were abused. Let me not sugarcoat this. These kids were abused in one way, shape, or form. Physically, allegedly, or mentally, but for sure.
We got to keep it real, bro. It be a lot of weird shit going on. We got to keep it real. You be trying to pedal around, you know, beat around the bush on stuff like that, bro. As you can see what's going on in America right now, this country has a problem when it comes to protecting kids, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to convicting PDF files and stuff like that. It has a big issue with that, man, you know, and people are blinded by, you know, the entertainment and stuff like that, so we're not paying attention to the stuff that's going on because we have so many escape routes. If it's drugs, movies, TV shows, sports, everything to entertain us, so we're not paying attention to the stuff that these politicians and these companies are doing to us, you know, and all the ways they're exploiting us until one day we look up and then it's too late. So, man, stay aware, y'all. Stay aware.
Abuse happened, and I'm going to stand on that. I mean, take Amanda Bynes, for example. Like, look at this.
Oh, shit.
Like, I mean, bro.
I used to fuck with her characters in Nickelodeon. She used to have some cool little characters.
Another child star we grew up with on the Amanda Show, right? And other various shows and movies, right? She was like, I believe, the face of Nickelodeon at one point in time. And now this top comment is saying, what did Dan Schneider do, right?
What?
The former head of Nick, clearly, I don't think he's still working at the company.
Oh, this is him? Aw, you sick fuck. Oh my gosh.
But somebody said below, allegedly he got her prego at 13. I can't verify those claims whatsoever. I did see a video going viral recently alluding to that possibility, which is crazy. Here we have one video Amanda uploaded to her page saying, "You don't recognize me, do you? 2025."
Damn.
And then this transformation here. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, again, one of Disney's former...
It really show, hey, man, everybody get older and everybody change. You know, we start doing stuff that, you know, we have the free will to do. You know, it's crazy because even if you look back at yourself, at your own baby pictures and your pictures as you was a kid, you'd probably be like, damn, I never expected that I would look this way when I get older. Not that that you look worse or look better or whatever, but you just wouldn't expect that you would look the way that you look in this moment of time. So it's like, it's crazy. Like, the way that we look kind of shows what we've been through in life. You know, it wears on us, it wears on our skin, it's in our eyes, it's everywhere, you know.
biggest faces that used to represent the company has fallen into such darkness. Clearly not mentally well whatsoever. And now back to Tyler Chase.
Damn.
I mean, holy shit. Unfortunately for him, it seems as though that he has no money to fall back on. He wasn't big enough back in his heyday to have a safety net of finance, funds, money to kind of soften the blow of, mental illness or drug use.
Yeah, he definitely got some mental health stuff going on for sure. Whether it's drug use, whether bro got laced or hit with something, it's looking crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying he's crazy, but the situation is crazy because he going through a lot right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right.
Taylor Chase, who played Martin in the Nickelodeon series Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, has been found homeless in California.
Oh, yeah, in Cali?
Once a child star, he is now living on the streets. Some say this is the most common and most silent ending after Hollywood has drained the value of child actors. From 2004 to 2007, he was a familiar face on after-school television for countless American children. But the moment the camera stopped, the protections disappeared as well. There was no long-term income structure. Years ago, he openly spoke about his long struggle with bipolar disorder. When news spread, people quickly started fundraising, but his family asked that donations stop. They explained that he is unable to manage money or medication and that direct cash assistance could actually make the situation worse.
Damn.
Some say Hollywood is very...
Then what the fuck you expect the nigga to do? Maybe give him some money to get some type of facility or something? Like, okay, you saying he can mismanage his money, but okay, what are y'all doing to help him? I'm not saying y'all not helping him or that he might have done things to burn certain bridges, but it's like, shit, he obviously needs some type of help. Like, goddamn.
very good at creating childhood miracles, but rarely takes responsibility for life after those miracles end. When the role ends, the protection ends with it.
So I gotta say, all right, if he sucks at managing money and he has bipolarism, why not just admit him into a mental health facility to get him straight and teach him how to manage money? But wouldn't that make the most logical sense instead of literally just leaving him on the street? This is the funny thing about society to me. You guys want to identify what's wrong with people, yet you don't want to provide solutions. And I'm just speaking in general. This is not coming at anybody watching the content. I'm just saying.
No, it's coming at everybody who's watching the content because there's probably been stuff that you said or things that you said. It's about recognizing when you've done it. You know, there's definitely been times in my life in which I've demonized people without taking into consideration their background and their trauma and stuff like that. But, you know, it takes time. You got to look inward and be a little introspective sometimes. You know, I'm the way I am because of certain stuff that I had to deal with in the past, just like Ned or just like Martin or Tyler is the person he is now because he's dealing with the things that he had to go through in life to get to the point he's at now, you know, and it affects us differently. So it's all about recognizing when you do it and just trying your best not to do it again, you know, but you got to be honest with yourself. You can't be like, nah, I ain't demonize them when you know deep down that you did. So
emotional in society, right? And we have all this outrage about all various types of topics. We have outrage about so many different things, yet we don't want to provide solutions, but prayers and hopes and dreams. Right. Digital prayer emojis. What is a digital prayer emoji supposed to do? All right. What's going to happen in order to save this guy? What needs to happen is to admit him into a mental health facility. He's clearly on drugs, get him rehab, and give him a financial coach. Now I'm pretty sure he's dirt broke at this point in time, and I'm not even entirely sure if he's getting any residuals or royalties from his time on that show, as he should be getting, I believe. And if he is, if a contract out there exists, even if he's getting, you know,
it's crazy too. There's a lot of undiagnosed people that do have bipolar disorder and stuff like that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy the type of, world we live in a sense, because there's so many people that need help that we could help, but people act like it's just so out of our reach that we can't do it. And for whatever reason they think it is, whether they think it's religion or they think it's, policies and stuff. From everything from the sky to the ground, there's a reason for everything, right? But the point is that there are solutions to the problems that we're facing, but there's people that are stopping that from happening. So
hundreds per year, thousands per year. Where's that money going to? Does he have a bank account? Who's receiving that money? You know, this is very sad, and it makes me bothered, because it just shows you how one moment you could be on top of the world, and then in the next you're down below on the streets, man. So if there's anybody, friends or family members, or just the general public out there who wants to help this man, listen, mental health facility, rehab, and financial advisor. But this is happening in California, and we all already know how California deals with their homelessness. They just let these people stay on the streets in perpetuity until they OD from drugs, or they catch some kind of illness, or die from other homeless people doing grave bodily harm to them. Honestly, this entire story sickens me, and it scares me. It really does. Like, it just, wow. Honestly, whatever you believe in, religious or not, spiritual or not, you just gotta thank nature, God, Mother Earth for good health, mental clarity, family, and friends. Like, yo.
And appreciate every single person you have in your life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out Moy for the video. You did your thing. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how life can, you just wake up one day and you in a situation that you never thought you would be in ever in your life, but it doesn't just happen suddenly. It's steps that you take throughout the day, steps that you take throughout the year. Every single decision you make has a repercussion. It has a good and has a bad. It has a certain outcome that you're weighing. You're hoping that the outcome is better than it would be if it was worse. But the point is, I'm gone, man. I'm lost for words. I'm gone. Peace.